Forge Captain Kyle Becker and Mitch Houlahan bring you the Captain's Log on the Forge Audio Network.
Forgers, it's Captain's Log with player number 10 here, Kyle Becker, and the one and only host, Mitch Houlahan. It is the week of June 27th, gearing up for a big Canada Day weekend. Forgers got a big battle against Ottawa in the nation's capital this Friday night. Got some unfinished business there. We got to get them back for in that first game we had. But tonight we're gearing up for a big old debate class. So we're going to hear how yours truly, some stances, some lines in the sand are going to be drawn apparently tonight, and we're going to go from there.
Pretty good.
That was not bad.
I'm never doing an intro again. Yeah, of course. It's great.
Boom. Nailed it.
Guys, it's just that's all the hours you put in behind the camera and microphone, huh?
It's just years of just looking into the bathroom mirror, just practicing, just staring deep into my soul.
Before games, you just go to the room, you go to the mirror, and you're just like practicing your halftime interview.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know the boys are cooking.
I would love to. I think
Bucks in deep.
I think we're gonna need to eventually get someone on to see how they can. We'll get them to truthfully speak about how they feel either my pregame or my halftimes have gone in the past, because I don't know if that's a strong suit.
Has Katie, your sister Katie Becker, has she ever told you about what she picked up from your interviews?
No.
You do like a bob up and down.
Oh yeah, big bouncer. It's been I always do like one of those.
Yeah, because you're like, I don't know how you're standing, but you're just like, yeah, you do. It's on the standing ones for sure, not like a sitting after.
Dude,
presser. But
the hardest thing in the world. It's so awkward when you're just like side by side, real close to people for the interview, and it's like, all right, stare into my eyes and give me this answer. God, it's the worst.
The bobs are good.
Yeah.
Everyone look out for that. It's hilarious. And it's right when you internalize the question, and then you start thinking about it, and then you just do like a little bob to start. Like, yeah.
You know how when we've like filmed stuff,
you do a little knee bend.
It is. That's all it is. It's a little like I'm standing all upright. Ooh, gotta loosen up. Feeling a little tense. It's you know how many times we've filmed something for the club, and Corey's like, yeah, you gotta stop. Corey or Zach are like, yeah, we're gonna have to film that again. You're just bouncing up and down the whole goddamn time. Sorry, boys. It's like the equivalent of Will Ferrell doesn't know what to do with his hands in Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my knees.
No, it's just like your
it's a twitch.
It's your safety blanket.
Yeah, 100%. It's because the classic would have been back in the day, like the old hair rub, but the old hair is fading, so I can't really. There's nothing to grab onto anymore, buddy.
Yeah, we're both wearing hats today.
Coming from the guy with a full head of lettuce. Get
all right, what are we doing tonight?
The great debate. We're just gonna. I don't even know if the gang has done this before, but it's something we've rolled out the old Becker household around Christmas time when we're about 8 or 9 bottles of wine deep, and it's just drawing a line in the sand on topics, acting like you got all the info about it, and you just got to argue a side. It's not even a game; it just happens organically.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is perfect because Canada Day weekend coming up. That's essentially all a long weekend is: sitting around arguing.
Those are some of the greatest days ever. What'd you do?
Yeah.
I drank for about 18 hours and just argued with my best people the whole time.
Yeah.
What else could you want? That's family. That's bonding.
I think
some people cried, some people laughed. Woke up and we did it all again.
I mean, this should be a recurring what's it called? Segment?
Bit.
I think this could be good.
All right. Well,
just arguments, just pure arguments. And then so we'll bring people on, we'll just have arguments, and then whoever the best argumenter
wins.
Can come on and debate Lee.
Yeah, he's like the Bowser.
Let's set a few ground rules here for the arguments tonight.
See, I don't know how it's gonna go with us though, because I don't really not too many things that we like fully
I know
disagree with. So this is a trial run.
We come out on the with the same kind of. We usually come to like a decent. Remember that time we were just you, Lee, and I just yelling at each other, and then we had to set the rule that the other person had to be able to explain the other person's argument.
It ends all arguments. After 2 a.m., you have to be able to say what the other guy's arguing for it to continue. Otherwise, you guys are going to be talking in a circle for 7 hours.
It broke Lee because then he just argued about that his description of your argument was correct. Even if you said it's wrong. Best. I mean, he's got all the skills for a debate team. It's all about conviction.
That guy, he's got it inside of him, just burning.
Who's the best arguer on the team, do you think?
On Forge?
This is a Forge pod, buddy. No, on the fucking Oilers.
My bad. Honestly, the thing is, whether they're good or not is one thing, but their Lee-like conviction to just refuse to not have the last word. Jordan Hamilton, Dom Samuel, and you could when he's heated, Borges is real good because he's just exactly what you want him to be in an argument. You know exactly what he's going to be. He's all of it. But J Hams will go for 48 hours straight until he gets the last word. He won't stop. It's impressive.
That's impressive. That's what you need to. You need
he'll just
not be able to.
He'll wear you down.
Yeah.
Once he has his side, that's it.
Yeah, I can see that for Borges too, because I just picture his arguments. He's all passion.
He argues like a little bit like Mark, where it's like the second he doesn't think you're right, you're just an idiot. You're an idiot.
Yeah, it's like you have no morals.
Yeah. Once you cross him, oh buddy, it's over. I honestly, I think Noah is a strong, just because the guy's too smart. He's smarter than everyone in the room by a mile. So he gets you with like, all right, buddy. He'll just like shrug his shoulders, and you're like, "Fuck, he thinks I'm dumb." So he wins that way.
I feel like he listens too.
Ooh, also, yeah. I mean, he's just an intelligent human being. He'll just put you in a body bag. Also, shout out our strength and conditioning coach, Brian Navidad. Brian Christmas is he's got a lot of Lee in his locker, in his arguing locker. He'll flip flop 7,000 times. He'll get caught up in 40 lies. You can't tell him he's wrong. It's the best. Him and Noah go back and forth all the time. It's great. All right, buddy, give it. Let's see it. Let's get a little topic 1 going.
Yeah. Topic number 1, and also we didn't come up with these. I think it's we should say too, because we just wanted the more random, off the cuff.
Yeah.
So nobody's here sabotaging anyone. This is just a classic. That's probably when do you get your topic in the debate right there, right? Got a couple minutes to scribble down and then you go.
What?
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, this is what guy. The topic's been thrown out there. You have a week? Where's the best place for you to go on vacation?
Well, yeah, I know, but we didn't say it yet.
Okay. So
I was just leading up to say it.
Okay.
But then I was just saying that we didn't get these topics before.
Oh yeah. First time listening.
So the first topic is best vacation spot. You can go on a vacation for a week.
Yeah.
Where are you going? And I guess the debate part is why.
Yeah.
And why the other
person's an idiot and sucks at everything.
Yeah.
That's the difference. All right. I think because there's this one, actually, there's a divide. 100% there's a divide.
Yeah, definitely.
You should give your answer first, though. Because I don't even need to give mine. I'm just gonna fight yours because yours is gonna be dumb.
All right. Even though this is the first question, I feel like I want to change it.
Can't do it.
No, Dave threw out something before. He said, I feel like this is more what you're talking about. He said, uh, on a vacation, are you more of a backpacker or a luxury resort person?
Yeah, but I think
I feel like that's where this is headed, anyways. I don't know. What am I, a traveler?
yeah, but
I'm not a big world traveler. Like, no, I'm gonna pick my favorite vacation spot. I don't know. I like anywhere.
that's a fucking lie. That is the biggest lie ever. You legitimately hate everywhere.
Okay, well, I can love everywhere and I can hate everywhere.
No. See, even if someone put you up in a 5-star, like the best hotel ever in fucking Florence or something, you would literally be like, whoa, what am I going to do? Fucking walk around? You would literally go to these places. This is where the problem is your vacay is literally like, I will go somewhere, but I also have to be knocked out for the flight because I'm a big old wuss and I'm all scared of flying, so I'm all nervous. Can't do that. So he has to be knocked out for the flight, and wherever he's going to go, he's just going to stay in the hotel as long as the hotel has nice amenities. And if the hotel doesn't have nice amenities, he's going to be even more butthurt. Or he'll be staying in the greatest place ever that has a butler, everything, and he's gonna be like, this is dumb, we should have just stayed in Best Western. Like, Best Western has everything you need. Like, it doesn't matter what you say, the realistic answer is you would always want the opposite of whatever you have.
That's probably getting a little too deep. I will say that I love a good Best Western or Holiday Inn. No, but funny you bring up Florence too. It's the only place I've ever been. And we stayed at 2 different places there. And one was like this crappy Airbnb or bed and breakfast or whatever. Yeah. Or it was like a little hotel. It was the best. It was awesome because like you could just roll in. There's a guy like behind the bar. He's just like rolling himself a cigarette. You ask him to make you a sandwich at like 3 a.m. It's the best. Then we went to this fancy hotel. I think I'm just arguing your point here.
And it had all the stuff, and you immediately liked the stuff, but then you immediately hated it.
No, we went to a sick hotel, but then the the rooftop bar was called American Bar. And it just threw me off for the whole time. I don't want to come to Florence and go to the American Bar. You losers.
But I think on the other side of it, though, if you stumbled across the American Bar and you weren't staying there, you'd be like, "This is great. I'm going to come here all the time. Look at this. It's a home away from home."
All right. So should we narrow it down to a country or type of vacation stay?
We'll go type.
I mean, yeah,
we can go type.
All right. Well, you throw one out. I mean, small town Ontario Holiday Inn.
Oh man, I'll tell you this:
continental breakfast.
I think we're both on the same page. An all-inclusive can kick rocks. That's not it.
Yeah,
awful.
They're insane asylums.
Yeah, just
you're trapped.
Lining up with a bunch of swamp donkeys for just at the old eating trough in between puking because you've just been gassing pina coladas for 15 hours. Oh, awful.
Pina
what everyone's sipping on. A couple of red straps.
Yeah, I'm sure there's good resorts, but like I don't know. I've had to go to one and it was just the worst experience ever.
Mine would be if, let's say, we had 10 days. I'm going to Europe and I'm picking like 3 different cities and it's all just built around like bomb restaurants and then just eating real good food and copious amounts of wine or just drinking the whole time. But like at restaurant, I'm not like bar hopping. I'm not doing any stuff. Maybe a couple, like a bar, whatever after
see where the night goes.
Yeah, see where the night goes. But it's like a proper restaurant every night with just indulging in all of the food. Where like money ideally is no object in terms of like that restaurant. So I'm not saying everyone's going to be like a Michelin star or anything like that, but like you're going for it.
Just looking for some good culinary experiences.
Yeah, that's mine.
A couple good sits. Yeah. Some good sits.
And then you're obviously in Europe and you're in some cool cities. So then just wake up, grab a coffee, walk off whatever damage you did the night before, come back, do it again.
See, I think 10 days, I think 3 cities is way too much.
3 days in, you're just getting your bearings.
We just got here.
But so then this is the other side of it. How long are you willing to be like, I'll be in a hotel?
Well, like number of days in the same hotel? Yeah. I don't know if I've reached that number yet ever.
See, after too many times, I'm over it. I need out.
Yeah, but you get out. Like, you're only there when you want to be there.
Which for you,
I think
16 hours of the day?
I think 3 cities is crazy in 10 days.
Nah.
Give me like a city in between those big cities to just stay at for 10 days.
So you want to go to the the Oakville or Burlington of Europe and just be there for a long time.
I've actually always said that, or not always, but I've said this recently. Like, isn't it kind of funny, or like, you know, because when you go, like, you vacation all the big cities and you're like, you know, you meet an Italian, you're like, oh, I've been to Florence. They're like, cool. But if you just go for 10 days to, like, you know, and nothing against Scarborough, but like go to like the Scarborough of Italy for 10 days and then you meet someone from Scarborough, I think that's worth your price of admission, right?
So you're just banking on that one chance, that one meet cute with a random.
Yeah. Yeah. I plan my trips basically around future possibilities of running into someone who might
just to be like, hey man, I'm super cool. I've been to this spot. And he's like, it's like, hey, what are the chances? And then you go, hey, it's like, it's crazy. And then you just move on. It's like, that's what you're banking on.
Pretty much. So we had preseason in school one year in Abbotsford in, where's that, BC?
Yeah, sure.
So it's just like a little town in BC. And there's one thing there. It's the Castle Fun Park.
It's like a Wonderland?
It's like, definitely not like a Wonderland. It's like a Palladium.
Okay.
But it's the only thing there. And so every time you see someone's from Abbotsford, you go, Castle Fun Park. But when you meet someone from Florence, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, the old cathedral.
And they'd say, yeah.
Wow, but it doesn't have as much weight.
I think the cathedral's got way more weight.
Nah, but Castle Fun Park, you know, the people from Abbotsford like got great memories there. It's like,
yeah, I got a staph infection there when I was
10. Well, exactly, that's my point.
Unreal.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like the big touristy stuff.
You're a go against the grain kind of guy. We know that.
I like a good sit and just like hang out in a place and really do nothing different than if I wasn't on vacation.
Oh, I could spin this for you to make you sound like less of a piece of shit. You're in it for more of like the people aspect. You want to meet?
Yeah, I don't really like talking.
Oh, come on, guy! I'm throwing you a bone. Unreal. I think that's your whole thing, though. You like going, and you're like, oh, I got to know the guy who worked behind the bar at this piece of shit La Quinta Inn, and he made me sambos at 3 in the morning. He knew my name. It was great. Yeah. Every morning I came in, had my sambo ready, and then you guys smoked a dart together. You like that?
Yeah,
that feels good.
It was like when my phone died in Italy, and I didn't know where the hotel was because it was the first night, and I was literally just wandering around, and I went into like this little motel. And I was like working behind the desk. I was answering phones and shit. This guy was trying to find what hotel I was staying at. It was great.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good
part of the trip. Yeah, I like all this. I like all the side.
You like the nuance,
side missions that happen.
Yeah, the nuance of traveling.
I like zero plan of travel.
Yeah,
because also, don't you find when you go to a place and you're like, or whatever, there's this restaurant that everyone's talking about, it just never lives up. I like the impromptu.
What about when we had a perfectly executed trip to just the most beautiful Buffalo. City in the world, Buffalo. And we had quite an itinerary from our one and only KQ. And the guy didn't miss a beat.
Yeah. No, that's another. So if we're adding in, if someone else is planning my trip for me,
then you're all for it.
Isn't that essentially still a surprise?
I guess, yeah. If you don't look at the itinerary, if you just show up for it and you just say Jesus take the wheel,
right? Yeah.
Then
it's just like, what are we doing today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
because it's yeah, and then when it's other people's ideas, you can, if it's real bad, it's still kind of funny because you just get to criticize someone else. But if you do all this Google searching and stuff, trying to find,
Then you feel all let down if
trying
it's
to
crap.
find the right cafe, yeah, and then like, you know,
Yeah.
you stand at the counter and the guy behind doesn't look at you for 5 minutes and you feel like an idiot and it's the worst. And then you just
All right.
ruins the whole trip.
I feel like that's a good place to stop on topic number 1. Let's keep this train rolling. Let's go on to number 2 here. See what else we got.
Topic number 2 is best pizza topping.
It's an easy one for me. Pepperoni.
Yeah, pepperoni. All right.
Good debate. Next. The great debate. Go.
All right. Question number 3. Sandwiches. Topic number 3. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do questions. We should just do topics. Because we didn't really answer what's your favorite vacation spot. If anyone, like you said 3 cities, I said 1.
I think that counts though. I gave a clearer picture of what it could be, of what it would look like.
Yeah, but but I'm sure people are dying to hear what your go-to favorite cities are that you want to travel to. You've been around.
I've been to some
All right,
places.
what are your what's your favorite city that you've ever been to?
Don't worry about it. I don't have to tell you that.
All right. Mine's Guelph.
Oh man! All right, sandwiches. Let's go.
Well, we need to clarify that was a callback from just a great episode of season 1. Go back and find it. Guelph. We broke down the greatest parts of Guelph.
It's a beautiful city.
Biggest donkey sanctuary in Canada. That's not a euphemism. There is actually a donkey sanctuary there.
We know a guy who works there.
Sandwiches.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's your best sandwich? And wait. Before we go, are we talking your best sandwich that you're buying from a restaurant, or can you just or homemade? And what is the homemade, or one of each?
Let's go one of each.
All right.
Why, are you dying to throw in the meatball sub on whole wheat?
You know I'm not a fucking meatball sub guy. Don't do that. Don't you slander me like that.
I'll start because I got an answer because it's pretty the sandwich. If I'm picking up some sandwich stuff, I'm doing on a bun. I'm doing a mortadella and a little sopressata and some mozza and a tomato and some mayo. And I think that gets you where you need to go.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Dude, a homemade sandwich is just good. What kind of chip are you going on the side?
Oh, we've talked about this. Baked Lays for sure.
Baked Lay?
Baked Lays, yeah. I think it's the greatest sandwich accoutrement.
I think, God, that's a surprise. I thought you were a regular Lay's guy. I'd go regular over a baked. A baked tastes like too much like a Pringle to me. Does nothing for me.
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I think an original Lay is better. It cuts your mouth up all good. Get it real salty. It's nice.
Yeah, the saltiness. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Good debate. What's your sandwich?
I think I just even go old school, like just a couple pieces of white bread. Just
bologna, Kraft single.
Dude, couple pieces of white bread, 6 slices of Kraft singles, and just make the craziest grilled cheese you've ever had in your life. No, I think I'm just going, what am I doing? I'm going mayo, mustard, a little piece of lettuce, a couple pickles, tomato, and then I'm just going like Italian. So like sopressata, maybe some salami in there, and then whatever else we're working with. Pile that nice and high. You got to have like just an outrageous meat ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the worst when it's too thin. But when it's too thin, you're like, I need more than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I always bounce back and forth between the just mayo or mayo and mustard because that's a great combo too. I think nighttime I'm going mayo and mustard.
Daytime, you're just keeping it light with the mayo?
Yeah, daytime, maybe outside, having a sandwich outside, I'm leaving the mustard off.
Dude, but it's got to be yellow mustard. Or are you going like a Dijon?
No, yellow.
Just a dirty yellow.
Classic Heinz.
Classic dirty yellow.
Canada Day. Heinz.
All right. Well, I think we can both agree with those. Yeah, but I'm saying that I'm going just plain Lay's on the side or maybe a original Miss Vicky's. Real nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's real nice. And probably going a side pickle, too.
Side pickle?
Yeah. Big side pickle guy.
Got to get those 100 Harvey's pickles on the side.
Yeah, that was unreal. But where are you going? What's your go-to sandwich spot if you're going to an establishment?
Man, we've talked about Subway a lot. Hey, did we bring that back up? Subway. It was in Ireland too.
What?
Confirmed. It was the Irish that said you can't even call this bread anymore.
Oh, really?
Took it to the court. Took it to the court system. Yeah, Dave fact checked that for us.
Like that.
Yeah.
So what's your go-to sandwich?
Okay. I think if I'm doing a sandwich at a place, getting a sandwich, I think you got to go hot. Because even at Subway, I go no toast for sure.
Come on.
I don't toast it. I mean, hey, I just thought of this. But this is similar to my vacation take. Like, just because you're on vacation, why do you have to do a bunch of different stuff? Why can't you just, like, relax and hang out?
Just because I'm here, why do I got to toast my buns?
I mean, yeah, just because I'm at Subway, why can't I have a sandwich how I have it at home?
I mean, God, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Never thought about it like that. Don't peer pressure me into toasting my sub.
Yeah, it's just like less is more. Just because all the fancy things are there, you don't need to get them all. What, you're getting every topping because you're at Subway?
To be honest,
That's
I
stupid.
always get
Keep
a
it
little
simple.
caught up. I get a little caught up in the toppings at Subway.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to. They're all there.
Yeah. But I'm just going to an Italian BMT at Subway. Line of Chipotle, line of light mayo. Just double cheese.
What? That's your going to get a sandwich from a restaurant?
No, that's if I'm at Subway.
Or
We were
your
talking about
order.
Subway.
Yeah. Did I tell you?
Oh, you're going to get a sandwich at a restaurant?
Did I tell you that? Did I tell you when I was in Subway the other day? That guy who was getting the sauce on his sub?
No.
And he goes, just flood it. The girl was like, what? And he's like smiling. He's like, yeah, he was like,
dude, that is an outrageous ask. What sauce was he getting?
And it was like 11 in the morning.
I feel like the worst thing you can do to a Subway order is put too much sauce on it. It's all souped up.
It's the only thing they can 100%. I don't know. I think it was like either like a Chipotle or like one of the orange ones.
Oh,
but yeah,
this guy's getting just drenched
insane.
in Thousand Islands.
He's just flood it. You guys got the best sauce in the business. He probably says that every time.
Dude, that's unbelievable. This guy's got his own line going into Subway making orders.
Yeah,
dude, that's good.
All right, I think I'm going to chicken parm. I love a good chicken parm.
Just from any restaurant spot?
I mean, unless it's real bad, like you can't really miss. Keep her simple, you know. Sometimes go mushrooms, but I used to love lunchtime at work at the old St. Lawrence Market.
Yeah.
You just crush a big old chicken parm and just have a nap on the bench there.
Just before you get back to just pounding the pavement. Just taking a sleep outside.
But yeah, I think that's probably what I've ordered from places the most if I'm feeling a sandwich.
I think mine's always just like some variation of just like the Italian BMT at Subway. Just like a classic Italian sub. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's good. Oh, we haven't really argued about anything yet.
Yeah, we'll get
let's
there,
keep
buddy.
it
You just got to
coming.
keep trying. Maybe I got one here. We could go superpower, but I was asking this in the locker room the other day. If you could have any luxurious item, what would you pick? And so, like, examples where you could fly private everywhere, or you have a private jet, or yada yada yada. You got anything on that? That do anything for you?
A luxurious item?
Yeah, like you could just have something,
Yeah.
like a driver.
What is there? Is it a fucking house?
No, like you got, like, it's something, obviously it's like more than that. But like, so I said you have like just like a live-in, do everything for you. Like buys groceries, take care of the house, makes the food.
Chef.
Yeah. Like just like a housekeeper, like an everything person. I would do that over flying private or flying first class, personal driver, like any of that shit. That'd be my go-to. Dude, never having never having to like lift a finger. But you obviously could if you wanted to, because this person essentially just becomes like an arm of the family. But like, that would be my go-to. I don't know if that does anything, but we were bound.
That's not really doing anything for me.
All right, keep it going.
All right, what topic are we on here? Topic number 4. Let's go reality TV.
Oh boy, here we go.
Make your stance.
Make my stance.
Take your stance?
No, I was just saying it so I could
take your stance and bob up and down and let me know your answer.
Let me know my feels. I honestly, I'm not a fan. Does nothing for me. Hate it. I hate all the one-on-one interviews when they're looking into the camera. And I hate the fact when it's like, the line always gets blurred where people are like, I'm just watching this so my brain can shut off, versus like, I'm incredibly invested and I believe everything that's happening.
Yeah.
It always happens. Like, if you just want some aimless shit to watch, I have no problem with it. I don't care. Nothing I say is even worth listening to anyway. So it's just like, it is what it is. It's a form of entertainment. But then people literally just like, this is the greatest thing ever, and they just get consumed by it.
Yeah, I don't really get the turn your brain off, like reality TV. It's like, it just pisses you off.
It's wild.
Are there any good ones?
I mean,
what's a classic? I mean,
me and this was wild. Me and Noah was on that MILF Manor show, because I guess there's some YouTuber who just basically like recaps it and watches it and just loses his goddamn mind at how ridiculous it is. And so he was just showing me clips of this, and it is fucking insane. It's like these guys go on the show with their moms, and the moms are trying to date other kids in the thing. It's the most outrageous premise of a show of all time. Everyone there should probably be arrested. Like, it's just wild.
Yeah.
Like, you're going in there and you're just watching your mom try and hook up with essentially your butts. That's
a show on television.
Yeah, it's called MILF Manor. You should take a look at it if you want just something. Just burn your eyeballs.
Sounds like something in your incognito tab, buddy.
I mean, it's something you can't forget after watching it. That's for sure.
Friend of ours was on Survivor UK. That was fun watching. Like, when you know a person on it.
Was it though?
No.
Like, what? So have you talked to her since she's come back?
No.
Because I need to know, like, what is the extent of like the legitimateness? Is that a word? Of like all the stuff that's happening. Don't shake your head, Dave. Legitimateness seems like a word.
Legitimacy.
Legitimateness. That's it. Yeah, that's all like the things that are happening. Like, no one on Survivors, they're not letting them die. You're not getting beat up by a fucking bear in the wild. Like, it's just not happening. Like, I don't even care how many cool cutaways you do. It's not happening.
I'm sure you could probably look up some people talking about that, but I think why don't we like all these just awful Netflix? And hey, if it's your thing, it's your thing. I'm not bashing. No, we're taking stands here. Reality TV sucks, but like, why don't we just know how much all of those people are getting paid?
Has none of
And
that
just
ever
all
been
the
disclosed?
bullshit around it. Oh man, I somehow was sitting in on a finale of one of the what's the one with what's his name, Nick Lachey?
Yeah, that's a guy.
Love is blindness.
Oh boy. See, I could none. That does absolutely nothing for me. I got
Love is Blind. So in the finale, like some guy came on, he was just like, essentially was like, yeah, like I mean, I came on the show, but like I wasn't really taking it seriously. I was like, nice, I like that guy. And then Lachey gets on his soapbox, like, ooh, the sanctity of the game. Everyone's here for the right reasons. Like, take a hike, buddy.
Honestly,
it's just the. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so we agree on this one. There's got to be a couple good reality shows out there.
I don't know, buddy.
What about but those are like contest shows. What about reality TV like the
Kardashians?
Who's had one? No. Well, I mean, we can get into that. Or I was thinking like what was the classic one? The Osbournes. Ozzy.
The classic one is the Kardashians.
That family is so withered. And they're still just like podcasting like.
But even that, like that, I could never get into it. Did nothing for me.
No. All right, I'll keep that one in the back of my head. I'll try to think of one. There's got to be one that's been good out there. What about just proper shows? Did you watch The Bear yet?
No. Saw that you already binged it. Well, this isn't even a debate. I think the debate might have to be wrapped up, and ultimately we're gonna have to tinker this in the weeks to come, where it's got to be someone's got to come in and debate us, because clearly we just have the same view on everything, and so we need someone who's willing to take a couple bold stances, and then we can just bully them into agreeing with us.
Yeah. So instead of debating, we just need to team up and yell at people.
I think that'll give the people what they want. That's what everyone wants to listen to for an hour of their day. And so I think next week, also old physio Liam, he wants in. He was a little butthurt that we haven't given him a shout out. So we got to get him on the pod. And I think he's going to be a perfect guy, because he's bold enough to take a firm stance on something, and he'll fight back. So
let's do debate episode 2 with Liam.
Yeah, 2.0.
Yeah.
It's like news night 2.0, except it's debate night.
Yeah. Captain's debate.
The captain's debate. That's it. That's what we'll start marketing it now. Everyone get on it. Start working on it. Everyone's going to be tuning in.
I guess the actual debate thing is like, I mean, we're just giving our opinions.
Isn't that what a debate is?
No.
No, this isn't an argument.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. It's just contradiction.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
It is.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. I don't think that's what it is. I think you have to actually make a point of why something is correct.
An argument is a connected series of statements to establish a definite proposition.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. It isn't just contradiction.
Yeah, but I don't even think we got to that step because we kept agreeing. We never had to show our work.
No, but it's like one has to argue for, one argues against, right?
Yeah, if we're going on like the debate team.
It's like should animal testing be banned? And then someone has to say yes or someone has to say no.
Let's try it. We never once tried it. you have to say it's not banned. Go.
I should say it's not banned? Well, yeah. All right. My point is you prefer to test on humans?
I got nothing. Oh man.
1-0.
That's good. I gotta concede. He's got a point. Got a point. Yeah. All right. So there's some stuff we can tinker for the next step. We were laying the groundwork. We were dipping our toes in the water.
What were we? Oh, we were talking about. I think everyone will figure out when we run out of stuff, we just start talk about TV shows.
So,
Canada Day pod. Shout out to Maddie Matheson. Hey, here's a question.
Yeah.
Who's your number one guest? If we could get any guest. Because honestly, I run through it in my head. I don't know who'd be above Maddie Matheson for me.
He's so electric.
I think he's just the best.
Yeah.
And he's and just no pageantry with that guy, eh? I mean, there's a lot of pageantry, but he's just not a phony. And he calls everyone losers. It's great.
Yeah.
Third season of The Bear is fucking
So
great.
you smashed it?
Yeah.
That's I didn't even know it came out yet until you sent that message. That's gonna be that's a one-nighter.
Yeah.
We can have another question after this. But in terms of like the all-time guests, this is a tough one. I think in my head I go like Dave Chappelle or Larry David, but I think they would be absolutely terrible because we don't have the bandwidth to get in a conversation like that. So it'd just be like, hey, you remember that one episode of Curb? That was pretty good, huh? That was pretty good.
You'd be doing the Chris Farley interview.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when you're at the Chappelle show? Oh, that's sweet.
Remember when you were with the Beatles? Sure. That was awesome.
Oh, sweet. That's a good little shout out right there, though. Chris Farley. That's a guy I would love on.
Oh yeah.
Take it all back. Number one, if I had Sandler.
Sandman. Yeah,
Without
because
a doubt.
and I think what I was just gonna say too is like, I think you gotta, if you're thinking about it kind of realistically too, you're like, who's gonna actually come on and like not just like be like, this sucks.
Yeah, I think
Like
he'd be
real
like, all right,
world, if they
I
were
see what you guys
forced-
are doing.
You're right, like someone who's forced to come on.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that I feel like a Sandman or a Maddie Matheson would go on to someone's, like they would get interviewed by like a high school student and do it the same as if they're on like CNN.
And just be like, keep going, buddy. You guys, you're working on something. I see what you got.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like our Make-A-Wish to have Sandler come on this pod.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I mean, yeah, he's probably got all right. Another great debate. We both say Sandler.
Yeah, we're just proving our point. We got to bring someone else in here, and we're just gonna bring them through the paces.
This is the agreement pod.
All right, but so you just said you binged the old The Bear in one night. Season 3 just came out. What are your top binged TV shows?
Yeah, like once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
I think the Newsroom.
Boom.
It always gets me that because like it'll always pop up that like opening scene speech,
Yeah.
and if you watch that whole 4 minutes, it's just like I'm watching the rest of it.
And Newsroom is so good because there's only 3 seasons, right?
Yeah, fairly short.
It's short and sweet, but it just keeps it coming, and it's sick because it's all tapped into like real events that have happened. They do like their own little spin, so I feel like everyone's always locked in on that. You know which one that I thought about recently, and I don't even know if I finished the whole series, but I've never even given it a rewatch. But in the moment, season 1 of Mr. Robot, guy, unbelievable. I think we were on an away trip somewhere, and I was just up till 5 a.m. crushing that, knocked it all out. Once I started, I just couldn't stop. Had no idea what was going on. I feel like I was like terrified halfway through. I had no idea they were going hacker route. Didn't know what was going on. It was wild.
That was an excellent show for sure.
Yeah. It definitely took a spin after a couple seasons where you're like, it lost its muster a little bit, but that first 1-2 seasons were sick.
I don't know if I even finished the like later seasons. It's like
just
one of the,
got
and there's also some shows like that too, where it's like some seasons are like as soon as you start, you go until you're done, but then it trails off. Like
another all-time one, True Detective season 1.
Oh yeah,
Unbelievable. I can't believe they went from that to whatever the hell season 2 was, but season 1 was out of control.
Well, like those ones, because it's not tied. It's not.
No,
tied
yeah,
together,
they're
is
separate,
it?
but it was just like it was just so good with McConaughey and old what was it, Woody.
Yeah,
Those guys were just crushing it. That season was insane.
yeah,
Just all dark and messed up too.
yeah. That's like it's like first season of Homeland is another one.
I never got into the Homeland guy.
You didn't see the first season?
Did nothing for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
talk
like
about that.
I don't like the. It's your boy from Billions, right?
Yeah. I forget
Yeah.
his name, but
Not a fan.
so you just didn't like him?
No, I just maybe
Yeah, you
that's a
just
part of
didn't- yeah,
it.
You just couldn't get into her.
Just could not get into it. Did nothing for me, and I feel like the whole storyline is something I would crush immediately. couldn't do it.
100%. It's got yeah. That was
People swear by it, but it's just one I've never been able to do. So first round of the group stage of the Euros is done. What are your who's the old dark horse you got going into the knockout stage? What's been a highlight, and what do you want to see more of?
Chernobyl was a great show too. All right, say it again.
Group
No, I'm
stage.
kidding. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Group stages.
Yeah.
It's always the lower ranked teams with the electric games.
Dude,
we say
did you
that
watch
before?
that Georgia upset against Portugal?
It was the same time as Turkey, wasn't it? They're in Turkey's
Yeah.
group. I was
Turkey.
watching Turkey check.
That game was unreal too. But both like that whole dude, that's insane. You have a group, everyone's finishing on 4 points, and the team's getting knocked out. Like that is
Yeah,
feel for Ukraine there. But
yeah.
Georgia and Turkey have been real exciting to watch. These guys are unbelievable, and I feel like their fans are just madness. It's been great. Yeah,
Yeah,
you see how many cards are in that Turkey Czech game? There's 20 cards handed out.
Really?
That is all time. It was spicy.
I didn't know it got up that high.
There's
Yeah,
like there was 4 cards handed out on the bench, I think. It was insane.
Yeah. This, I mean, is Germany just like a great central location for everyone?
I mean, I guess. Or maybe like
'Cause all the
Germany's like a
fans are-
little bit of a melting pot too. So like they
Yeah,
got
but all the fans traveling, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
It's definitely I think it's
been
definitely
it
easier
seemed
than
crazier than others.
this is going to be pretty obvious, but it's clearly easier for all the fans in Europe to travel for Euros than depending where they would be hosting a World Cup, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like maybe I'm just comparing it to the last World Cup.
Yeah.
It's probably like this for Euros all the time.
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
no,
I don't know.
This one just feels different. This tournament has been unreal. I don't know if the fact that we're also just in like the greatest summer of soccer ever. You got Euro in the morning, then you got Copa America going on at night. It's like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever. And then we're
Yeah.
gonna roll right into the Olympics. Come on,
I was watching the little qualifiers the other day.
it's great. Everything's
Yeah.
heating up. So who do you want to go distance in Euros?
Well, I got no real horse in the race.
Yeah, so pick one.
I love my guy Genie. And
Yeah,
I've always obviously liked the Dutch because of you
I like
guys.
that,
So
but I feel
like
like I feel like we're gonna be let down, buddy. Team doesn't. There wasn't really many convincing performances in that group stage, but hopefully they just got the old cobwebs out and they're just gearing up.
You think the Euros have been sweet? I feel like it's been a lot of letdown games.
Nah, dude, they've been great. I think they've been unreal.
Okay,
A lot of the stuff. I feel like some are the bigger
Imagine-
teams. The bigger
imagine
teams
we-
for sure. Like
well, that's what I mean.
outside of, I think Germany games have been great. They've been entertaining, but obviously the England games were boring. I think when you look at a France Holland, you're like, oh, you expect all kinds of fireworks, but I think that kind of ended exactly how everyone thought it was going to end. But outside of those, I feel like they've shown up. Spain's been fun to watch. They've been good. I think they're going to go far in the tournament. I don't think that's a surprise or a hot take by any means, but they're doing some nice stuff. I think Germany's got a ton of momentum, especially with that home crowd. And
Yeah.
they just seem to have got something right that they've missed in the last couple tournaments. So that they got that legendary forward, old Fulkrug, late addition to the international stage. I think he scored something like 12 goals in 16 games or something. He's unreal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For Germany?
Yeah, they're number 9. He's sick. He's just like a big old, like old school out and out number 9. Just bangs goals.
I feel like I've had every game on, and I thought I watched almost every game. I can't remember a whole lot.
I just think that sums up your sports watching
My
right there.
sports watching.
Yeah, I feel like that's it. Copa America's been sick though.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it's interesting to see how just like completely different the games are. Like you see that European style, and then you see what's going down in Copa. It's sick. So that's pretty cool. I think people who are getting to watch that are getting a full on education in football, which is sweet.
Yeah.
Canada with a big result against Peru. That was nice. That keeps them taking over. If they can get they're probably going through if they get a tie. Or obviously, if they win, they'll be good. But if they get a tie, I think they should be able to do enough to get through. No,
I know that was like probably the worst game they've played in a while too. That Peru game, but I feel like, I mean, I told you my take. I think that they're like, it seems different. They seem like they have a better, I don't know, attitude. Just like the whole, it seems like the boys are buying in a little more right now. I'm liking what Jesse Marsh is saying too. Like, I think it's a better atmosphere there now. I think that game against Peru, like many times in the past, like you don't get that red card call. You just kind of like, get ready for the post-game pressers to just blame it on the refs and shit.
Like hit the old self-destruct and have a cop-out.
Yeah, and I feel like, 100%. Like that seemed like a cop-out game, and especially because they were like not playing that good too. But I don't know, they just, kept it going, got the goal they needed and whatever.
Well, I think ultimately is you have this group who's quote-unquote like our golden generation. And ultimately I think what comes down to it is the guys who've been there, the guys who went to that World Cup, you just have that X amount more of experience and a little bit more maturity. So you can get through these moments, and you realize it doesn't always have to be pretty all the time. What's more important is you get the result. And then you have the added layer of more experience in these kind of games and in a manager with Jesse Marsh. So I think he also brings in something new, and maybe the guys see that perspective, which is great. And ultimately, like the further you go in this competition, regardless of how you get there, is the most important thing. So getting a result like that, like who gives a shit how it looked? The reality is you got it done and you put it behind you, and it's tournament football. So just go in and now you're focused on that last game, get a result, and you just keep it moving, which is ultimately not a groundbreaking thing to say. But as you said, like the team in the past could very easily have got caught up in the emotion, because I think the team was built up on the rah of like, we have a chip on our shoulder, we're Canadian, we have all this culture, this belief, and like the buy into that, which got them so much success. It got them to finish first in qualifying, all that stuff. But when push came to shove, I think we were missing like that little bit of maturity, like, all right, whatever, put it behind you and just get it done.
Yeah.
And I think now we're seeing like maybe a moment in time where that's kind of clicked and the light bulb's gone off for some of these guys. Also, I think in the last couple of years since the World Cup, you've seen a lot of these guys who were buzzing during qualifying, and just like the spotlight was put on them, they've made big moves, and we have more guys who are playing in the bigger leagues in Europe, and so they have that experience day in and day out. So it's less of maybe a culture shock when you're in these moments, so you don't have to get caught up in the nonsense, which is great. So hopefully they can get it done in that last game and keep this train rolling.
Also, another nice thing from this tourney is getting a T-Ba on the call.
He's been great, huh?
He's been great. He's sweet. We need someone like that.
It's awesome to see a guy like Teebs getting his moment, get him in the broadcasting booth. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and he's well spoken. He knows how to talk about football, so his IQ is, I think, going to come out the more and more he does it, the more comfortable he gets. So I think that's another bright light too. Yeah,
and just like, I don't know, honest takes, good feedback. Like, it's just I thought I think he's one of the best on there for sure. Just stepping in and killing it.
I think a lot of people have actually said the same thing, so that's nice to hear. Yeah, I think in and out of the room, everyone has made a comment on it, so it's
nice.
Well deserved.
I think my number one bingeable show is Curb.
Yeah, over and over.
Yeah.
I think mine is just I just get stuck in the office in the vortex. It's just so easy to put on.
And it's the same too, where you can just like, I'll go season 6.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's just a whole like there were so many things within it. And like
Right.
Curve's been going on for like 20 years, so it's like you want some young Larry bopping around.
Dude,
or you want some
sometimes it's
old guy
when you're
stuff?
going back with young old Larry, it's so good. And it's all grainy and just so crap. It's unbelievable. Like, how is this HBO production? This looks like did someone make this on their iPhone?
Yeah.
It's unreal.
I think the Seinfeld season of Curb is just one of the best things.
Which season's
that's
that?
been made. I don't know, one of them in the middle. But like, come on, how brilliant is that?
Yeah.
They get to do the old. That was good. All right, TV talk.
All right. I think that's a place to wrap her up. Hope everyone goes
Well, I think we should. Summarize what happened in the debates, because we're gonna have to score. You know, once we do this, with other people, we're gonna have to determine the winner.
I thought we ultimately just we hashed her out as that was a good first round. Now we have the blueprint on how we're actually going to do it.
Yeah, next time we'll
call it a draw.
Next time we'll actually try to debate.
Yeah.
And
turns out I don't know what a debate is.
Yeah. We'll figure that out for next week. Well, first we'll learn what a debate is, and then we'll come back, take a second crack at it.
So how are you scoring the first go around? Just giving it a 10. See that? Old Davey. Producer Dave giving it a 10. I like it. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. There just wasn't a whole lot of meat in there that we could really score.
Something tells me we're going to get a message in a couple days saying, guys, this wasn't your best episode.
Or we're just going to get let's try that again.
We're going to get yelled at.
This one might not find the airwaves.
No, we're done with that.
But actually this is another good point that probably happens in debates too. The scoring is probably not done by the debaters.
Yeah.
So we need a third party.
Our third party just gave it a 10.
Yeah. That's just who won the debate. 10.
That's crystal clear. I'm player number 10. I won. That's logical.
I thought he was just saying we were 10 out of 10.
Nah.
He went player 10, huh?
Dave, come on.
All right, so we need to work on the scoring system. We need to work on the questions.
We got to learn how to debate.
Yeah.
We'll come back. Hopefully everyone has themselves a nice Canada Day weekend.
All right, any lead up for the game Friday? Atletico?
It's a big one on the road. Ultimately, all we need is 3 points, but that's all you're getting from me at this time. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
This was The Captain's Log with Kyle Becker and Mitch Houlahan. The guys will drop another episode sometime, whenever they get to it. In the meantime, we would love and appreciate for you to like, follow, subscribe, click on the little bell, do all the things in all the places you get entertained, and you'll find more of this type of content. And that also means we get to spend more time together on the Forge Audio Network.